Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. I'm glad to have you with me today. This is the introduction session to the brand new broadband service provider Toolbox, a new platform from Cambium Networks that I've been, bringing to life after a few months gestation. And I really wish that this platform will meet your expectation, fill a gap that wasn't served before. Let's go directly into this topic and into the new URL you should now consider when looking for a service provider content, dedicated content. So service provider.cambiumnetworks.com, service provider.cambiumnetworks.com, service provider.cambiumnetworks.com. So that should be it. You know it by heart by now, and you can already click on your computer and type this. You will end in the right place. Just to give you some context, why we ended with this new platform at Cambium Networks EMEA. Well, for the one not knowing me yet, I'm Jean-François Fontaine-Goulet. I'm the director of strategic verticals for EMEA, watching after not only the enterprise Wi-Fi and networking, networking and switching, but also the service providers. When it comes to enterprise verticals, well, you have all of them on the screen at the moment, from hospitality to local government. We have launched several programs dedicated to SIs that are specialized in hospitality, in education, in healthcare, but we are also really well presented and with great footprint and references in all over verticals. We may come with additional programs in the future, but this is there. This is what we are supporting. This is how we are building the enterprise business at Cambium. And to enable this, we have actually a dedicated platform for channel.cambiumnetworks.com. Remember, what we said earlier, we have the service provider.cambiumnetworks.com. This is the channel. So this platform is for the VAR, the system integrators that are installing enterprise Wi-Fi and switching. What we are building is actually the pending platform for service providers. A new platform where we will be talking to with ISPs, carriers, telcos, around the fixed wireless access portfolio of Cambium Networks, enabling gigabit, multi-gigabit connectivity, but also assuming Wi-Fi integration for edge access, but really the end-to-end connectivity assumed for service providers. So this new URL, service provider.cambium networks, will lead you, to a brand new platform just launched a few days back. So this is probably the reason why you didn't hear about it yet. I will give you a tour and bring you to every single content and all the registration process. But again, some more context. When you go to Cambium Networks website, the corporate website, and click on the partners page at the very top of the website, you will end with those 3 columns and 3 abilities to become a partner. So Cambium Networks Connected Partner Program has been defined and implemented for value-added resellers and system integrators. Within this program, we have several specialty programs. Specialty programs that I named already: hospitality, education, healthcare, and one of the last addition of those programs is the managed service provider program, the one in between that you're seeing on the screen. So those are definitely for enterprise focus led opportunities, when the third column is the one that we have this session for today, the EMEA Broadband Service Provider Toolbox. Why EMEA only? Well, because it's an EMEA initiative at first. It is definitely a regional project that we are giving birth to now. There's definitely a will, an appetite, and a plan to bring this to another level. But we will try to make this regional initiative a success before bringing it to a global level. When you look at this closely, you will see all the reason for joining this new platform, and I can list them for you. Resources for EMEA service providers. This is what I said earlier, but sell primarily to residential customers. So we are focusing on infrastructure, fixed wireless access infrastructure, broadband access. You will, through this platform, access competitive pricing with exclusive promotion and spec agreements. This is the aim of this platform, making sure that we know you to offer you the right pricing, and those pricing will go through distribution. Your contact, to get quotes, to get offers, are the distributors we are working with. We are not selling direct, so everything goes through them. Dedicated solution and tools to grow your fixed wireless access business. This is what we want to make out of this platform, a central source of information for service providers, where they can find information around our products for sure, the use cases for these products, some references, sales presentation, a technical database, but also regulation in place country by country, in such a way that if you are a given service provider, you can understand, when trying to expand to another country, what is the regulation in place, or alternatively, look at all the frequencies you may want to use in your own country, because they are licensed but free for you, or unlicensed, and then you can definitely use them without going to the regulator for a license. We will have dedicated solution and tools that we will highlight through exclusive webinars, through training courses, but I will come back on that. Best practice from industry peers. We want to hear from the service provider and share this with others. The idea is to build a community where everyone can talk about his own challenges and find the information that actually was serving another. So if you click on the links that you have on this page, you have a learn more that will bring you to a flyer. You have a register, and this is the registration process I will tell you about. So register, again, as I said, EMEA only. If you're if actually a service provider outside of EMEA wants to sign up, well, he could sign up for information, but not yet for the platform itself. Look at the flyer. You can download it. So just to give you a glance of what it's looking like. But we are stating all the benefits, all the requirements, the technologies that are of focus into this platform, and how to connect. But by now you should know this URL, serviceprovider.cambiumnetworks.com. As I said, central source of information for service provider. This is what we will be making out of this service provider toolbox. The name, was chosen because this is a toolbox. This is actually, where we aim to store every single piece of content that Cambium or Cambium partners, Cambium distributors, Cambium, channel is producing, and we wanted one single place where you can from there find the links to the corporate website, to the NASDAQ stock exchange price of Cambium, but also the blog, the technical support, any, and we have so many collaterals, so many websites, platforms, programs. We wanted one single place to store all of this, to have at one glance an access to everything. Earlier this week, actually, on the 19th May, we sent a distributor notice to announce the launch of the service provider toolbox. And next week, on the 27th, there will be a marketing bulletin sent to the VARs that are actually hosted on the Connected Partner Program for the enterprise focus, and that has been registering there as a service provider. So they will be the first informed that they are more than invited to join this new platform dedicated to them. 3 steps regarding the registration process: registration, an approval with an SP number, and a full access to the content. The registration is something that takes roughly 5 minutes. I've been building it, trying to raise all the questions we could think about to have a clear understanding of who are the service provider registering in. Why? Because we want to understand who Cambium and Cambium channel is serving. We want to understand what kind of product they are using, what kind of product or bands they are using, and therefore what kind of product from Cambium we should offer to them to get a training on, to understand, to access not for resale price, or demo equipment. It is important, and this exercise of the registration process is not only getting to know the service provider joining the platform. It's really knowing them, deeply to offer the right counterpart at Cambium. Either the regional sales manager, the ICAM, distributor themselves. We need to make sure that every single service provider joining the platform will have an interlocutor. And for this, we need to understand what are the needs, how can we fulfill them, and you will see all the questions. They are definitely related to the activity of service provider and enabling us to understand how we can nurture them, but also help them to grow, help them to grab new market share, to access new spectrum. First thing, when you are clicking on the URL, you will end on the welcome screen where all the service providers from EMEA are welcome. So first thing, would be to enter your credential if you are already registered, and of course it won't be the case at first glance. So you will need to request an account, and you have a link in green at the bottom of the form. You could see it on the screen. It says request an account. You click there, and from there you will only have to enter a company email. A company email. Why a company email? Because you will understand later on when we are setting up the account, we are setting up the account around a domain name. A domain name where every single employee from this company afterwards with the same @xxx.com website, will be invited to answer a short form instead of the full form. So when you're registering a company for the first time, make sure that you have the right website being shown there, at least the website or the address that will be mentioned on every single email address of your employees. It will ease access of additional employees on the platform. You do request this account, then next window is register a company. So just reminding the system that yes, you are in EMEA, otherwise you will be prompted to the corporate website saying that when your region will be available for this platform, you will be noticed. But at this stage, EMEA only, while EMEA only will bring you to this form. So we are asking about contact details, easy, first name, last name, email, company name, company address, street address, and a website. Your website is mandatory, and for the reason I just mentioned earlier. So just type https // and then the URL, and the same URL being shown in email from employees afterwards will enable them to be recognized. You can also add a logo of your company, and this way on the dashboard you will see not only Cambium logo but Cambium logo and yours next to it. After the contact details, the company details, we have the service provider application. So really, trying to understand from now onwards what is the purpose of the company. So asking the following question: what is your primary focus of business? What is your preferred distributor, if any? If you're new to us, then you don't have to select any answer. But if you're working with one or even a second distributor, please mention this. There's an alternate distributor you can also mention if you're working with the two, whatever the ranking. There's no priority among one to another. We are asking about the primary products of interest, and you can click several answers. So whether you are selling only fixed wireless broadband access, considering only this, or also Wi-Fi solution, narrowband IoT, wireless management, fixed wireless video surveillance. So you can have all those choices clicked on for this answer, and send what are the interests, the industries that you are focusing on: defense, enterprise, healthcare, education, and so forth. So you click as many answers as you feel like. We want to understand clearly, what should be the references that we could connect you with, that we could make you aware of. So it's important for us to understand in which verticals you are active. What is your average revenue per user? This is important to us because we can also help you to increase this number. And when I speak about this average revenue per user, the ARPU, well, I speak about the monthly income from individual subscribers. The number of subscribers that you are serving, just for us to understand, how you scale among all the service providers that we are talking to. We are talking to tiny service providers, but also huge telcos with national or international spectrum. So it's really important for us to understand, what is your profile to serve you at best. The number of sites, number of towers, and through this answer, we will also understand, what kind of products we can push to you, what kind of ecosystem partners we can connect you with. And then the spectrum, the existing spectrum and channel that you're using, and the one that you are clearly intending to use in the future. Keeping up with those questions, we have 4 more. What is the service plan, data plan, actually, that you are offering to your subscribers in megabytes? Just again to understand, where you come from, and how we can increase, this bandwidth to your subscribers. What is the average annual spend on infrastructure, on IT equipment? And finally, what is the scale of your business, your revenues on an annual basis based on last fiscal year? Again, to have a better understanding of who are the service provider behind this application. Click on Submit, and that will enable you to create a personal account. While your application will be reviewed by regional sales manager and approved or rejected. And this is what I will show you right after. When you create your account, it's your account. It's the one that you will use with a password when joining the platform. Why we ask a personal account? Well, because we will also give a personal experience afterward. You will have the ability to add a picture for you. You will have the ability to interact with others. So it's important to have a personal account and personal credentials when your company has been formally registered. So you do that, and same as for every step of the process, you do receive an email. You do receive an email of the email address that you have been providing us with. That will be with the header that you see, the EMEA Service Provider Toolbox. And we will explain whether we are approving directly, because there's no, I mean, it's pretty clear what you wrote down and there's no question. But we may also reject, and the rejection is not definitive. It could be rejected because you haven't provided us with contact details for you. Contact details, for us to engage with you and, make sure that everything you wrote down corresponds to an active business. If you're approved, well, you will be moved from approved to active, and then you will become an approved, an active service provider with a service provider number. If you are familiar with the first platform of Cambium Networks, the channel portal, every partner in there does have a CP number, connected partner number. Here we will identify every service provider with a SP number. And this SP number will be, by the way, as for every transaction with all distributors, and particularly if you are claiming or wishing to access WISP ISP promotions, you will need to be, prior to that, identified as a service provider of Cambium. Once you have the approval, then you can and created your personal account, you will be landing on the service provider toolbox itself. So the first, it will start with a dashboard where you are seeing everything available at one glance. The menu item, a main screen, we're rotating. This is a carousel, so different images, different messages, one after the other. Several boxes, tiles, where you can click and end up with a link. Another page will be open on your browser for this. And let me show you in details what's in there. So we have the menu bar on the left-hand side, and this menu bar actually, shows different icons. And from top to down, we have the dashboard where we stand, the training courses. Training courses are actually, extract from the learning management system from Cambium Networks. Technical database, we will see that later on. Regulation and association. Sales material, playbooks. So playbooks are actually a bigger folder where you have contents shown precedently stored in there, but you can also create your own playbooks, meaning that you're creating your folder with everything that is relevant to you. And why? Because the next button is a share toolbox content, and this is the ability from the platform to share whatever content you want to share with whoever in your surrounding. Could be a customer of you, an end user, could be a colleague, could be anyone. And I will show you as well, all this does work, but this is interesting to share everything that is stored and made available for service providers. And the last is the calendar section, where you will see all the events, all the upcoming events, whether they are Cambium virtual events, Cambium webinars, or even third parties where Cambium is intervening as the panelist, as a participant or sponsor. So as I mentioned, those are all the abilities you have. So with the dashboard, you see at one glance all the relevant information. With training courses, you access trainings from our LMS. Technical database is actually all the data sheets, and we'll be storing more and more. So it's a live platform. Bear in mind that everything you have access to right now will be enhanced and improved from time to time. and this is our wish, this is mine. You will apprehend better the regulation in place, the WISP ISP association around the world, in EMEA region, that you can join and ask, request information from. Discover brochures, case studies, customer presentation, create your own content, bundle the content that is interesting for you, share any content, and definitely stay tuned with upcoming events. Besides this, we have external links. So promotion, pending promotion, being a friend program, link planner, but also, all the other website of Cambium that may be of interest for you. Your profile with your picture, where you can change your every detail concerning you. Other points that you will be earning, because when visiting the platform, when sharing, when watching a video, taking a training course, well, you are earning points. And we wanted some kind of gamification around this platform. Why? Because we are clearly imagining in the future to reward the service providers that are the most active on the platform. So you will hear from us. This is definitely something that we are working on. You have an alert button, so we might be sending some messages when you have key information to be alerted about. And we have a directory and access to social networks. So when you click on this last icon, you will see all the tweets from Cambium networks, but you will also see the Facebook icon with the Facebook page, LinkedIn with the LinkedIn page. So these are only the one for EMEA, but as you may know, you have Facebook and LinkedIn pages for every single sub-region, group of territories in EMEA. So watch on both platforms, on both social networks. What are the one closer to you. I can name a few. There's the LinkedIn page for France and French countries in Africa, the DAR region, the Adriatic region, Turkey, and so forth. There are so many, but same on Facebook. Some are more active than others, but it was important to show this here. Last is contact us. So you can definitely engage with us. We need to hear from you. We need to get some feedback. We need to understand, how we can improve the platform. So that will be with great pleasure. And there's a possibility to translate the platform. So bear in mind, and I alert you about it's an automatic translation performed by Google. So don't expect a great translation. It's definitely there to help some service providers that would not be comfortable with English to find their way, but that you may end with some mistakes or bad or misleading translation. But it should definitely help. We have 10 languages available, among which Chinese, French, Dutch, Italian, Polish, Portuguese, Russian, Spanish, Turkish. So that should make it. I think so. First section, training courses. So you can see a few ties here, talking about CN Archer, EPMP solution, CN EAT, Cambium PTP solution, and so forth. So those are, for some of them, exclusive content. For most of them, content that is already available as training courses on the learning management system. And this is what we are engaging you to connect and to use beside this platform is really to enter this other one where you will be trained on every single product from Cambium. And it is good to have a physical training, but with those days of pandemic, every online courses is also welcome. We have a technical database. We have 4 pages of technical data sheets where they are stored 2 different ways with logos to make sure, well, I mean, pictures, icons by category, PTP, PMP, EPMP, CNWave, CNPilot, Xeris, Wi-Fi 6 softwares. So it's easy, you know, you always have a filter to look for what you need. And you have 2 views possible. So this one with a picture, or the next with a simple list. So this is for the technical database. Regarding the next one, regulation and association, we have stored in there all the association of interest in EMEA, but also the top 11 countries regulation in EMEA, where we are going line by line, band by band. What are the bands and frequencies available for everyone, license and understanding how, and restricted, whatever the purpose, if it's for military purpose or any other purpose. But we are stating this clearly with colors, red restricted, amber if it's licensed, and green if it's unlicensed. And next to that are the Cambium products that are available for those frequencies, those channels. Next section, sales material. It could have been named differently. I mean, it is sales material, but this is also to get a better understanding of all the Cambium products are used for Wi-Fi for EU, you know, to achieve, you know, this EU program to connect every citizen in Europe, but also to understand all the ecosystem partners of Cambium in EMEA. Some of them are enterprise focused, others are WISP focused. You will find all the case studies country by country, vertical by vertical, so some for hospitality, some for retail, some for education, some for healthcare, and so on. So take some time to look at this, but I'm sure, you know, this will become your central drive for Cambium information. Playbooks, this is what I said earlier, you know, the ability to create folders. And what I did, you know, was to load all the content for country by country. So I have a case studies by country, Italy. Well, you know, all the case studies for this particular country are in there. And on the sales material before, they are shown as individual files. In there, you know, they are all regrouped. Next one is the shared toolbox content, and this shared toolbox content, you have to create a prospect page where you are actually, you know, adding a picture, your name, your title, your contact details, social networks that you are connected with and you want people to engage with you on, a short bio, and then a message. And this message could be changed every time you are sharing things. But you can just say, you know, as I wrote here, you know, good morning, following up with a call earlier, please find all the collaterals you have been looking at, best JF. So and then, you know, you send it through. And this is great because this is the ability to share any content shown in here, every content that is available for sharing, and most, if not all of them are. So that should help you engaging with others. Last is the calendar section. You will see all the upcoming events. You can, you know, scroll the entire calendar and find out about the coming months. I'm only showing 3, but I could be showing way more. I'm actually grabbing all the information, gathering all the information from all the region within EMEA to understand what are the upcoming events that are not international, where, you know, I could clearly engage all the service provider to register and hear about, and there will be some more around the Adriatic region, Poland, France. I saw some more, but they will be reflected in this section. I hope this tour was enough for you to apprehend, you know, what we are launching this week what we were trying to achieve, what I've been, wearing on my shoulders recently. But I'm proud of the job we did. For sure, there's some improvement to consider, and we will, for this, really bless your feedback. But maybe you want to connect directly with me, and I'm always inviting people to. You do have my contact details now, and I will be happy to look after your application on serviceprovider.cambiumnetworks.com. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.